every now and then I get messages or emails from people who complain about something which is happening more and more these days. And there's this concept of charging for spiritual knowledge, or charging for, the title of this video is something like charging for enlightenment. Okay. And the reason I said that you're blocked in the title is because I believe that many of these comments and questions and complaints come from somebody rather, who has some kind of limiting belief or money block. And the reason, and I'm going to explain with a couple of analogies later, but the reason for this is that if you take any skill, anybody who's good at something usually will find a way to make it their profession and get money for it, in the sense that they will find a way to get paid for doing what they like doing, usually, if they're smart. So let's say if you have a doctor who's really good at being a doctor, usually they get paid pretty well. And the same thing if you had an athlete, a musician, usually if you're good at something and the market or the world kind of agrees that you're good at that thing, you will get paid or rewarded because you get directly paid in relation to the value that you bring to the most amount of people. Whether this is fair or not is up for debate, but this is exactly the same reason why you could have somebody who is working really hard. Let's say they're working a physical labor job in a forest, and they're working 10 or 15 hours a day, but they will get paid less than a footballer, even though the footballer only works, let's say, a few hours a week. And obviously there's the training and preparation outside of that. But the reason that the footballer gets paid more is because he brings more value to more people. Millions of people watch him play the game and get entertained. Therefore, people can sell adverts and sponsorship, tickets, PPV, all of this stuff. Whereas the person working in the forest, although he's working physically harder, he's bringing less value to less people. Maybe he would help one or two people, or even a small, woodland company to sell firewood or something. But the value he brings is very small in comparison to the footballer. And when you understand that, you can put yourself in a position where you can use what you're good at to help a large number of people, primarily through the internet, and in return you get paid. Now, this doesn't always have to be at the expense of the person watching the content. So let's say with these videos that I make, right? It's no secret that I make money from doing this, and this is my profession. This is my passion, hobbies, job, income, career, all combined into one. And the reason that I've done that is because, and I've told this story many times, but I used to make these videos on the side of having a day job. And what would happen is I basically would work all day, get home, and then have something to eat, and then I would be basically, all of my energy would be gone. So I would have no energy and motivation to make the video. I would have no time, and I would be basically doing it as a hobby on the side of my main job. And the problem with that is I can only spend a limited amount of time doing it. So as a result, I can help less people. So whereas if I do it full time, like I do now, I'm able to make more videos. I'm able to make videos on multiple channels. I'm able to reply to more comments, make ebooks, articles, products, and all kinds of content that helps people. But you have to understand that unless money is involved in some way, because we all have to pay bills, we all have expenses, right? Unless you happen to be lucky enough to have a big inheritance or a load of money. So money has to be involved somewhere. Without that, I simply wouldn't be able to do it, or at least as much, I wouldn't be able to make as many videos, and it wouldn't be as rewarding because I would have to be doing a job. And the problem with a lot of spiritual creators, light workers, is that they try to do things the hard way. They try and not charge anything for their services, not make any money from their videos or whatever they share or teach online. And as a result, they often have to work a job they don't enjoy. They have to go into the office or work for somebody doing things they don't want to do. And what happens is that becomes their primary way of earning money. And then they do their passions, hobbies, purpose, and spiritual teaching stuff on the side. And the problem with that, as I've said, is you basically can't put your best energy and effort into it because that's being sucked up by the job, and you have very little time on the side of the job to actually do the thing that you're supposed to be doing, your purpose. So in that sense, you kind of have to make money in some way. However, the way this is done is a win-win situation. Here's how it works for those of you who don't know. And I do go into a lot more detail in my course, which actually shows you how to do this and how to, make money for yourself through your passions and purpose. The link's in the description. But basically, the way you do it is you give away most of your stuff for free. You make a lot of content, articles, videos, Instagram videos, tips, tutorials, and you basically share that as far as you can, on as many platforms as you can, to help and provide value to as many people as possible. And then what happens is you also offer, one stage below that, you also offer them the chance to go one step further. So you say, if you come and sign up here, or follow me, or subscribe, or join my little community thing, I'll give you something else, whether that's an extra free video training, an ebook, something extra I'll give you for free in return for you following me, subscribing, joining my community, joining my newsletter, whatever the case is. Okay. And so what happens is people voluntarily choose to join and go to that next stage. And of course, as you go down the steps, you get less and less people, because you're providing a higher amount of value to less people as you go down. So on the wide end, you provide some value to a lot of people. And then if they want more value, they sign up for the newsletter, let's say, and you give them something more valuable, like a more detailed ebook or a video training. If they want to go one step further, you offer them a paid product. And again, this is only for a small percentage of the people in your audience. So it doesn't have to be annoying. It doesn't have to be this kind of paywall. Basically, you give away 95% of your stuff. You give away 95% of your stuff completely for free. Okay. And then you keep 5% of it as paid. So then what that means is that for the people from the 95% of free stuff, the people who really enjoyed that and who got a lot of value out of that will be very happy, and they'll want to go one step further to get more content from you. They'll want you to help them more, whether that's through an ebook or a video course, whatever it is. So you offer them one step further, all the way down until eventually you offer, if you choose to, the highest value thing, which is your time. And if you're an expert or a consultant, or if you're good at something, you can often charge a high amount of money to help people with that through one-on-one coaching, teachings, trainings, guidance, consulting, whatever it is. And so with this model, it's really beautiful, because the people that do really need your help one-on-one will be more than happy to pay you for it, and pays the bills, pays the expenses, keeps allowing you to do what you're doing more, right? And then the people who don't want to pay, that's fine. They don't have to. They can get 95% of your stuff for free. They can watch your videos, they can read your articles, and it's a win-win. And even better, what you can do is you can set it up in a way through ads and various other things where the people who are consuming your content for free are still making you money through ads, sponsorships, affiliate links, whatever the case may be. And I go into this in a lot more detail in the course, but it's very much a win-win situation. Because, for example, you now watching this video, it doesn't cost you anything, but it makes me a small amount of ad revenue, adverts on YouTube or wherever you're watching this, meaning I can continue to get rewarded and funded for doing this, meaning I can continue to put more time into it and making more videos which help more people, and it becomes this kind of spiral instead of the alternative, right? What's the alternative? The alternative is you don't make any money from doing your passion, your purpose, your mission, what you're supposed to be doing. And as a result, you have to get money from somewhere else, meaning you have to spend your time and your energy doing something else that you don't enjoy often. Wouldn't it be far better to just have all of them be the same thing? To earn money from doing the thing you love, which also means you can help more people through doing the thing you love. It's kind of a no-brainer, but that's my opinion on it. And in my opinion, anybody who kind of disagrees with that, I think there are some kind of money blocks going on, some kind of limiting beliefs. And it really would benefit everybody if you release those blocks. You would be able to make money doing what you love, meaning you don't have to work a job you don't like. Your audience, the people you're actually helping, would get more content from you for free. And yeah, it's a win-win.